Welcome back to Prepared Scouter. Today I'm going to be making a sausage stuffing family recipe. So thank you for joining us. All right, in here we have already done up, but underdone or not fully cooked, 1 pound of any kind of sausage. Then over here we have our greased pan, and then of course along with that I went over it with a little bit of butter. We're going to be using the Pepperidge Farm herb seasoned cube mix, some Italian herbs. This comes from Aldi's. I really like this, but sometimes it's hit or miss. 4 farm fresh eggs, some ground thyme. Even though the stuffing mix has got herbs in it, it's not very strong. Some ground sage. This is from the ranch. Celery salt, because I have a family member that doesn't really like celery. Some poultry seasoning mix, some rosemary. This is something we grew. I just put it back in the original container. A little bit of onion powder. This time I'm going to mix in some Black Label bacon, some classic olive oil, and some chicken broth. So let's get started. In our large mixing bowl, we are going to combine our stuffing mix, all of our seasons. Remember to season the taste for you. My family has got some kind of an aversion to salt, so I like to salt my stuff with sea salt after the fact. Of course, I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons. That's about all that's left of this Black Label bacon, and I'm going to put in most of this chicken broth. And we are going to combine, and I want that to set in there and absorb all those juices. Don't forget to stir a little bit. Now that we've got all of our ingredients into our bowl, we are going to mix. And then here in just a moment, I'm going to fold all this in, take a break, and then go over and make sure that the oven is heated up. I like to cook this covered at about 350 to 400, really depends on how crispy you want it. And then this gets covered for about an hour because there is all that raw egg in here. In this one, I'm going to be including a couple of Opa's sausages on either end just to give it a little bit extra beef kick. Now that we've got the oven going, a lot of these ingredients are really to taste. My family likes it on the softer side, so I added almost that full container of chicken broth. And of course, I like to add an extra couple of eggs because it gives it more of an ooey gooey, creamy feel to it. You can always add less of any of the general ingredients or some salt and pepper if you would like. It just really depends on how your family likes it. If you like a more dry stuffing, then obviously you can add 1 egg less, or you can always add less chicken broth. But I'm going to let this sit here and marinate on the counter for about 15, maybe 20 minutes total, and then into the pan we go. And into the oven. Here are we after about 15 minutes of marinating. So, and I like to tell when it starts to get that ooey gooiness right here, that's your raw egg, and obviously the juices from the sausage settling in there. So let's throw it in the pan. All right, I'm going to cover this, and then we're going to toss this in the oven. And then I will show everybody what it looks like when we finish. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. I'm going to be pinning this to a post, so everybody check it out. This is really easy to do. The total time of actual prep is getting out your ingredients and throwing them all together. The rest of it is just waiting as long as you want for everything to soak in, and then, of course, your cooking time. That's I'm going to do it at about 375 for about an hour, but you can do it anywhere from 350 to 400 for about an hour. You can do 10 minutes at the end there uncovered if you want that crispied overlay. Thank you for joining us.